I looked at the chairman this morning when I came into the holding room. And see, I'm from the country, y'all. I'm from South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. I'm a Geechee. That means as I talk, you better listen closely because I'm used to busting up the King's English at any given moment. I do have a college degree from FAMU, but it didn't stick like that, all right? My words are not going to be as eloquent or profound as some of the see, I've messed up one already. As them folks that talked before I got up here. But I looked at him and I said, my God, good morning. You sharp as a razor blade on both sides, a double edge. Look at him. Stand up for a minute, would you please? Would you do that for me? Look at this brother. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That's the kind of stuff that you feel proud about. And coming from South Carolina, I know when he said my name, he said something crazy like, well, who in the world named that child Clayola? Well, I just told you. In the South, when a woman has lost a child, if it's a girl or a guy, is named after the earth. That's why you hear a whole bunch of Eartha Mays and Claytons and all the rest of that stuff coming out of there, all right? And the oldest aunt gets the second half of your name. You don't get one name, you get two. Now, my mother and them named me Clay, and my oldest aunt, her name was Ola. So my name is Clayola. Now, that's how you remember stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Now, that Aunt Ola that I had was one of the meanest god doggone ladies that I've ever known in my whole life. Just mean as a snake, and she did not mind wearing the child's tail out. But facts are important to know who you are, where you came from, and how you got to be what you are today. Now, I was asked very nicely by Jackie, and I'm going to knock you dead in your neck when we get through for having me come behind all these important and smart people, to talk just a little bit about stolen labor and hindered opportunities. I think you got that in an eloquent way with the facts and the labels that make it make some sense. A lot of times you go to forums like this and people talk at you instead of talking with you. These speakers talked with us because I was able to follow them, and Lord knows that's a good thing for me because otherwise I get to doing something while the talking is going on. But the conversation, which is what this ended up being, was one that made this room respond very quickly. In this room, I've got my labor family from SEIU. Would you stand up, please, because I'm proud of you. Please stand up. And there are quite a few others that are on this, what do you call it, the streaming and all of that stuff. See, I know what's going on. I just can't say it all the time in the right way, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So as we do the work that we do, the piece that I want to talk about, and I'm only going to take the 10 minutes that you gave me, sir, okay? A part of what we have to do is to remember that you don't have to be absolutely eloquent all the time. You have to be able to talk with people who understand exactly what you're saying and be just as regular as they are and be able to get the word out, okay? Because sometimes you just have to find the nosiest person in the community who sit outside and see everything that's going on. And then you tell them, I got something to tell you. We're doing the stuff about reparation, but I don't want you to tell nobody. Before you can get to your car, that message is going to start to reverberate all around the community. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you always had the connectivity that you got now. A lot of folks have cell phones and all of the other kinds of things that get them through to people. We did not have that. I'm 77 years old, so I can talk about what used to be, all right? What used to be was good, hard footwork, knocking on doors, talking with people, not at them, going and doing the work and making sure you knew where the good food was being cooked at whose house. Make that your early stop so you got a full stomach. But that's what we're needing to do with all of this information that we receive today. Inside of labor, the question is real simple. All the hopes, wishes, and dreams are wonderful things, but without action, you don't have a doggone thing. Nothing. And in order to do that, you have to take the challenge. The kind of work that you were presented today is the piece that is the stepping stone to where we want to get to. Illinois, you ought to be super uber proud of what you put together. The kind of language that you've laid out in the reparation language that you offered us today. Name me two other states that has done that kind of work. I can't even name you one that has gone into the details that we saw here this morning. This was a pleasure. A part of all of this is to be able to look at someone once you leave here and get them as excited as you are about what needs to be next. If all you had was a good Saturday outing, then make sure you don't eat any of the snacks that they brought in the back room, all right? Because you should have come with a belly full. You didn't come to do anything but listen just for a hot minute and get gone. That does not work. If we're going to talk about the things that have to happen, then follow your gut, follow your mind. Know that if it's something that's dedicated to you, the person, make it something that you want to dedicate to someone else, a person who needs to understand that the fight for reparation is a real one. It's not something that we're doing to sound politically correct. It's something that we're doing to get what is ours. That should be about 9 minutes, correct? I'm watching you. And I think that you have exactly the gist of what I was trying to share with you. Talk without action is just a conversation. Talk with action is an accomplishment. So let's get with it, folks. When they give it to us, let's use it. I thank you all for inviting me and for having me for these few minutes of my learning. I learned today, and I appreciate all of that. Thank you all very much for having me.